Hey guys, it's the Gardening Moose here, and I just wanted to take a minute and finish showing you the project that I've been working on this week. So I did a video earlier in the week called Soil Preparation, and showed you the work that I did to prepare the soil. And now I've got that all planted and the drip system done and put in for it. And so I'm just going to take a minute and show you what I've done with it. Alright, so here we are. This is a new planting. Nothing was here previously. They had flower beds at one point and hadn't gotten anything planted in them this year and wanted to go to all perennials. And so I've done a mix of different stuff here, and I can go through and show you a few of them, what I've done. But back in this back corner here, they've got a gorgeous porch. I think I mentioned that once before, but I've done mop head type hydrangeas. I've used an Incredible and an Incredible blush. And then as we've come out further to the front, where we're going to get quite a bit more light, I've used Purple Dome Aster, which is going to be a beautiful fall bloomer. Orange Carpet Zaschnaria, or Hardy Trumpet Flower, which is the orange that's in there. This is absolutely one of my favorite perennials, and it's an absolute hummingbird magnet. They love the Zaschnaria. It is a late summer and all the way through fall bloomer. These are new plants, and they've already got a ton of color on them. The existing ones that I have in my yard are absolutely huge and in bloom right now and look awesome. Fire Witch Dianthus, or excuse me, not Fire Witch, this is Paint the Town Fuchsia from Proven Winners. Dianthus, they get the two confused. They look pretty similar, but it's got a real nice strong spring bloom season to it. And then if you cut it back, you can get it to rebloom again in the fall, and if you cut it again, or in the summer, and if you cut it back again, you can get it to rebloom again in the fall. I used a couple of different hardy geraniums. Hardy geraniums are way underused. People don't pay enough attention to them. Absolutely gorgeous plants. That's Roseanne the purple there in the middle, and then New Hampshire purple in the front. I love the hardy geraniums because they have nice mounded habits to them, and you get some red or burgundy fall color off of them, and they're summer bloomers. Then working our way down the row there, Goldstrom Black-Eyed Susan. This is going to be a good summer bloomer, just coming into bloom now and blooms through kind of early fall time frame. Use some perennial salvia. This is a newer hybrid, East Friesland. That's going to be a spring bloomer. And it's kind of an anchor plant. Well, I've done some more hydrangeas along here as well. Along this side is all Incredibles. I used Burning Bush. And then, of course, hibiscus. Did a mix of red and white hibiscus in there. Used a plant that I almost never use. It's not that I don't like it. It's just used a lot. But out here in this setting, I thought it would look nice. It's Carl Forster reed grass. And I'm going to flip around here and I'll show you the bigger beds as well. And as you can see, this is all done with drip irrigation. In fact, the drip is running right now. I've just been out fine-tuning it and checking it. And as well, I hooked up her planters to the drip there. Now back here, I used a combination of Carl Forster reed grass. And then I also used in the back there Silver Feather Miscanthus, which is an absolutely gorgeous perennial grass. I don't see it used a lot around here anymore. 22, 23 years ago when I first came to the valley, there was a big nursery in Cache Valley called White Pine that has since gone out of business, and they had some gorgeous silver feather out in front of the store. But anyways, it'll put a big seed head on it. The seed head itself measures about 18 inches in height and is a fall bloomer, an absolute beauty. And then you've got an Incredible blush hydrangea back in the back, and an Incredible. Used more hibiscus as well. These ones aren't in flower yet. Now these beds are in shade right now here in the morning. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. And they'll be in sun here. The far bed's just starting to get sun. They'll be in sun in about an hour or so. But as you can see, I used a lot of the same plant material and repeated it all the way around throughout the bed, so everything looks nice and consistent. This house has a very uniform look to it, a very formal front porch that is perfectly even on both sides. And so I went with a very formal, symmetrical planting. And again, I used Purple Dome Aster for fall color. I've got Black-Eyed Susans there for summer. Zaschnaria for summer and fall. There's another look at one of the hardy geraniums. That's the New Hampshire Purple, which is going to give you summer color. My catmint is already cut back. That, of course, will give you color pretty much throughout the summer. We had cut them back in the nursery so that they would rebloom for us strong for the fall sales. And so right now they're not showing color, but that'll give us good summer color. The hydrangeas are going to give us great summer color. Of course, the hibiscus are going to give us late summer through fall. The dianthus is going to give us some good spring color. The salvias, which same story, we had cut those back in the nursery so that they rebloom good for us in the fall. And so they'll give us good summer color, or excuse me, good spring color. And then if you cut them back in the landscape, you can also get good fall color off of them. And same thing here. I used a couple of Carl Forster reed grasses, and then behind them silver feather, which I should tell you, silver feather is also going to grow up taller. It's about 6 feet, 7 feet tall, whereas the Carl Forster will be 5 feet tall, which will give that a nice tiered effect. This is planted in kind of two versions. One, so that you can see from the back porch looking out, it's going to build from a little bit shorter up to taller and then come back shorter to the front, or opposite from the front. The hydrangeas in the back here are going to get around 4 feet tall. Then you'll have the big 7-foot silver feather grass and the tall 4.5-foot Carl Foresters, maybe even 5. The hibiscus are going to be right around 4.5, 5 feet in the middle. And then you step back down in height to the Black-Eyed Susans and Purple Domes, the geraniums, and then to your Zaschnaria and Fire Witch. And as you come around the porch, we're going to change a little bit here in plant material. The corner's kind of built out in the same, so it's all uniform. But then as you look down from here down on the other side of the porch, we're going to move into some more part shade stuff. This is going to get great sun in the morning until about noon. And then after that, it's going to be shaded. So I've used a mix of hostas. I used Enothera. This is Missouri Primrose. Unfortunately, that bloom's kind of full of flowers, full of dirt, but absolutely electric yellow, low growing plant, can tolerate part shade, full sun. Empress Wu hosta. This is a big hosta. It's going to stand up all the way up above the top of the porch there, be around 3.5, 4 feet tall. Bleeding Hearts, which of course this time of year really don't look all that great, as they sort of go dormant, but wow, in the spring they're absolutely gorgeous. Use the Roseanne geranium again. This can tolerate partial shade as well, and so it kind of helps tie in the beds to the front. More hostas, same stuff along the back. And then in this back corner, you're really not going to get a ton of sun, but you do get some fairly good indirect light there. This is an incredible hydrangea. And then Bleeding Heart and hostas in there as well. As you can see, there was some utility stuff there that you just kind of have to work around. I've kind of planted around it to try to help hide it as it grows up and matures. And then you've just got one small little section over here. You've got your hose bib and your main water line there coming in, so you can't do much with that either. Hose will wrap up and sit there. And then just around this corner, it's kind of the same stuff. This is going to be way sunnier, more like the front yard is, and so same plant material. repeated, with the exception of the peony that's in the corner there. We actually transplanted and moved that from an area that was shadier. So anyways, that's just kind of a look at the beds. Hopefully I'll get the opportunity to come out and see. This is not my yard. What it looks like in another year or two once it's filled in and full. I did come through, just so you know, and put down a pre-emergent called Dimension to help control weeds and stop weeds from germinating, because they have created really a perfect soil for seeds to germinate in here if we ever get rain and it starts to come down. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Drip irrigation was way simple. I'll do a video eventually. I didn't have anybody out here working. I'm kind of a ways out of town and didn't want to haul people out here, but I'll do a video on how to do that. And yeah, so anyways, have a great day, guys.